This is the pit of a tower of silence here in Yazd, Iran. And here, I'd like to give you the context for a poem of mine titled Anqa al-Mughrib. But before that, I'd like to tell you about this place. This pit is where they discarded the bones of the dead. What they would do, the Zoroastrians, is they would lay in concentric circles, the children first around the pit, then the women, and then the men, after they had died. And the purpose was to lay them out here for the elements, the vultures, the fungi, and the microbes, to discard the bodies and to purify them. And once the bones were clean, they would cast them into the pit. Now, Anqa al-Mughrib, or Anqa as I call it for short, is a poem that is based off of a symbol, off of a mythological creature called the Anqa al-Mughrib. And this bird, depending on which tradition, on which belief system, is always a sign of the end. However, whether it is benign or malign, whether its arrival, it's coming from the east, from where the sun comes, is dependent on the interpreter. The Islamic tradition would have it as a sign of the end times, of the judgment day to come. And then the alchemical symbol and the ancient symbol that belonged to other people and to other faiths was that the Anqa would bring a new day, would bring a beautiful time, would bring and herald paradise onto the world. And for me, the poem has to do with our own end times, with our own treatment of the world, where we don't have the same respect and adoration that people like the Zoroastrians had for nature, where they understood the cycle of life and death. That the death here would nurture the life out there, beyond the mountains. And that is lost. That tradition is lost, almost entirely. And it is just a small piece of a greater problem. That we do not care for that cycle. That we as a people only satisfy ourselves. And in doing so, we continue to pollute the world, to continue to destroy the world for nothing more than avarice. And so, in the poem, I call upon the Anqa. And I hope that she will come. And I hope she will be a good sign. But at the same time, the Anqa represents, in many ways, the sun. And so in the same time that I speak about hope for now, I also look into the far future, when man is much older, maybe millions, maybe billions of years older, if we are that lucky. And the sun itself will also consume. It will expand and it will grow. And so at the same time, it will complete a cycle of its own. And though it may cause ruin for a future humanity, or for a future species, or for a future earth, it is what needs to be. And when we are consumed by that star, whether as a civilization or as the bones that were once here, by nature, consumed, absorbed back into it, the elements that go back into that star will one day explode, will become a supernova. And when it does that, there's new opportunity for new stars to grow, for new planets, for new worlds, and for new life. And so the Anqa for me is a sign of hope, whether it's the end or not.